Hello, welcome to cybersecurity. My name is Sally. Today I am going to discuss another important concept. Server-side template injection (SSTI) is a vulnerability that arises when user-supplied input is embedded directly into a server-side template, which is then parsed and rendered by a template engine. Attackers can inject malicious code into these templates, leading to remote code execution (RCE), data leakage, denial of service, or other critical attacks. Template engines commonly used: 1. Python, Jinja. 2. Mako, Tornado. 2. PHP, Smarty, Twig. 3. Java, FreeMarker, Velocity. 4. Node, Jays, Pug formerly Jade, AJs, Handlebars. 5. Ruby, Herb, Liquid. Imagine you're building a letter using a template. Dear name, your balance is balance if a user inputs 77 as their name, and you see Dear 49, your template engine is evaluating user input. That's an SSTI vulnerability. Impact of SSTI: 1. Information disclosure, access to environment variables, configuration files. 2. Arbitrary code execution, running OS-level commands on the server. 3. Pivoting, using RC to move laterally across internal systems. 4. Denial of service DOS, consuming server resources with infinite loops. How to defend against SSTI: 1. Never trust user input. Do not concatenate or embed user input into templates without sanitization. Use strict templating APIs that separate code and data. 2. Use safe rendering modes. Most template engines offer a safe or autoscape mode. Jinja. 2. Variable, E or enable autoscape. Twig, variable, E. Hummel. 3. Input validation and whitelisting. Restrict inputs to expected patterns, for example, email, name. Use strong validation libraries, for example, Cerberus, Joy. 4. Least privilege for template engine. Ensure the template engine runs in a sandboxed environment with limited permissions. For example, run the app as a low-privilege user. Use containers to isolate execution. 5. Content Security Policy (CSP). While CSP doesn't stop SSTI directly, it helps mitigate XSS or client-side fallout from SSTI exploitation. Best practices for staying safe: 1. Keep dependencies updated. Template engines fix vulnerabilities over time. Use tools like npm audit pip list outdated dependabot. 2. Use security headers. Even if SSTI doesn't lead to client-side issues, enabling headers like X content type options, content security policy, and X-frame options adds extra protection. 3. Code reviews and secure coding practices train developers to identify insecure template usage patterns. 4. Security testing and scanning integrate automated security tools in CI or CD pipelines. Static code analysis, for example, SemGrep, SonarQube dynamic scanning, for example, OWASP. 5. Penetration testing. Have SSTI included in your web application security assessments. Simulate attacks to understand real impact. Incident response if found in prod. 1. Isolate the vulnerable component. 2. Check logs for signs of exploitation. 3. Patch the code or roll back to safe version. 4. Audit data and user activity. 5. Report responsibly if part of a bug bounty program. In conclusion takeaways: SSTI is a critical vulnerability with severe consequences if left unchecked. It's often the result of trusting user input too much and poor separation of data and logic. Defend by sanitizing input, using secure templating practices, and testing regularly. Think like an attacker, build like a defender. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.